Hello there, and very warm welcome back to NDI TV. It's 2021, and this year promises to be one of the biggest yet for NDI and our growing community. Coming up on today's show, we will hear from Petter Olle Jacobsen, Chief Innovation Officer with VisRT Group, based in Bergen, Norway, about what he thinks about NDI and where he sees it going in the future. Then we'll head over to Thailand to hear from Fluke at Bangkok Buffalo crew about how they are using the power of NDI and Zoom to produce video conferencing on a massive scale. We're talking 5,000 participants simultaneously interacting remotely, connected and broadcasting using NDI. Finally, in this week's Did You Know, I will be taking you through the steps needed to enable and connect the NDI HX Camera app and use it as a source in Zoom for your video conferencing. But first, let's go and hear it from Petter Olle over in Bergen.
NDI is freedom of live video content. All broadcasters have the basic need of getting content into the system. Without that, there is nothing. Now, NDI is going to be, I think, the one standard way where you get content into your organization. Just think about it. In the time we're in now, the amount of video feeds coming in from Skype or Teams or any of those sources has just quadrupled, if not more. NDI solves a way to bring these sources into a regular production in a beautiful way. The exciting part of it is that it helps all our customers get the content in super easy. It's the way to solve, which has not been solved before in a general way, of getting live content in from basically everywhere into your production. Well, first of all, NDI coexists with all the other IP standards. But in many of the cases, what you have to put up against each other is the cost of the hardware, the infrastructure of it, versus the money you have left for the content that you're going to use. Using NDI ensures that you can do a video production at a fraction of the cost than basically any other IP standards out there.
Today, we're here with Fluke from Bangkok Buffalo crew, and he will be sharing with us his experience in using NDI in a project he was recently involved in. Hi Fluke, please share with us your experience in using NDI for one of your projects. What is this project all about and how does it work? Alright, the project occurred around this past May, which at the time Thailand is in the middle of the COVID-19 crisis, making it hardly possible for people to commute and meet up. And there's this executive of a company who wants to have a meeting with all 4,000 to 5,000 of his employees at the same time. More importantly, he wants to see all of his employees on screen and also be able to communicate with them. How was it possible to see all 4,000, 5,000 employees at the same time? How did you make this work? Firstly, we had to test for a suitable video conferencing software, and we picked the one that allows us to see a maximum of 49 people on one computer screen. Thus, we needed to input around 100 computers into a single switcher. But during testing, we discovered that the bandwidth of the switcher wasn't enough to display all 100 computers onto a single screen. So we went searching for a technology that would allow us to do something similar. We then stumbled upon a YouTube clip about how to use NDI, which allows outputting through IP. And we thought this might work. So we tested by inputting all 100 computers into a single media server through NDI. And yes, it works. NDI made it possible. And do you think you will get to use NDI again in any of your future projects? Yes, of course. In fact, we are currently working on a project that involves projection mapping. And in this project, we need to connect several projectors together, and that requires us to use around 4 media servers. And we thought, with 4 media servers, transferring or changing files would take too much time. So we wanted to take all the inputs into just one media server instead, and that's where NDI comes in. We will use NDI Studio Monitor to output, as this will reduce the time it takes to transfer files. Is there anything you want NDI to develop? Actually, the feature that I want NDI to develop just came out in the latest update, which is NDI Screen Capture FX. It really helps a lot by reducing the bandwidth of the system. But another thing that I would like NDI to develop is for NDI to collaborate with monitor providers, switcher providers, and so on, so that every part of the workflow can be done through IP, so that I can just use a single landline to transfer all the data I need. What is NDI to you? NDI for me is IP technology that makes working with videos easy, convenient, and fast.
Hi everyone and welcome to this week's Did You Know? And this week we'll be looking at setting up your NDI HX Camera app as a video source for Zoom calls. First of all, you need to make sure that you've actually got the app downloaded. Now I have an iPhone, so I'm going to go to the App Store and I've already got it downloaded. I'll open up NDI HX Camera app there. But obviously if you have an Android phone, you need to go to the Google Play Store and download it there. Next, you need to go to ndi.tv/tools and download the free NDI toolkit and install it. Once that's installed, you need to run the virtual input application. Now, you need to open up your HX Camera app and make sure that it's connected to the same network as your computer. Once that's done, you'll be able to open up virtual input and make sure that your phone is added as a source with the NDI HX Camera app. There we go. The next thing to do is to make sure that you put your phone somewhere nice and secure. I've got this handy tripod set up here, so I'll put that there. Make sure that's nice and secure and it's not going to fall off during your call. Right, I am now going to go to the final step, which is to make sure that we go to Zoom. Have it running here. And I already have a conference call set up with Law and Kath. They need to be able to see me, so we're going to go to Start Video. They can see me. Now, I only have one camera source going, but in some cases you will have more. So you need to make sure that you go up to Select Camera, and in my case, it will be NDI Video, but you might have other cameras you can select. So make sure that's going, and then you can be ready to start your conference call. Perfect. So that's it for today. I'd like to thank Fluke from Bangkok Buffalo crew and of course Ark for interviewing him. Now over the next few months we will have lots of exciting content, user stories and tutorials to share with you, as well as some big news on upcoming releases, so please keep a lookout for that. And if you haven't already, why not experience the power of NDI for yourself for absolutely free? Visit ndi.tv and click on NDI Tools at the top of the page. Inside, you'll find a suite of applications allowing you to send and receive NDI signals on both PC and Mac. And if you're a developer or a manufacturer and are ready to add NDI support to your products, you can download the NDI SDK at ndi.tv as well. This royalty-free software developers kit offers access to all the tools and resources you'll need to integrate native NDI support into your software, as well as the NDI embedded development kit for all your products like cameras, converters, monitors, and more. Thank you for watching today, and until we meet again on the next episode of NDI TV.